One great realization that electric trucks has arrived is now we need to service them. This is new technology, and we've heard from many technicians and maintenance folks how excited they are to work on battery electric trucks.
It's new. It's pretty cool. I know in the automotive side, it's been around a little bit longer, but for Class 8, it's definitely, still in its infancy stage. It's just exciting to get to learn this new technology and pioneer it and go forward with it and see where it goes.
I would say be proactive, get your technicians certified so they understand the product that's arriving and they can service the product and get it back to the customer quickly.
So at all of our stores, we have HB3 certified technicians that are basically certified to safely decommission the truck and able to work on the high voltage components. Outside of that, Daimler's doing a phenomenal job rolling out our PDCs and stocking parts that are going to need to be changed on these trucks.
We have trained a lot of our technicians. We have 5 training centers across the US where we already train technicians today, with a collaboration with Daimler and their innovation fleet and customer experience fleet.
There's a big transition to the maintenance aspect of a high voltage system. So right now we're leveraging Daimler's dealer network through Velocity to manage anything that we don't feel comfortable. Really, ultimately anything that's a high voltage component will be managed through that Daimler network. Otherwise, the rest of the components we feel are very legacy-like and can be supported within our own internal on-site shops.
The role of your fleet manager or your maintenance manager has expanded. So not only do they have to maintain the vehicles, they have to maintain that charging system. They have to make sure that those charging systems are functional, and they have to make sure that every vehicle is charged before the dispatch time arrives.
We actually designate at each facility 1 to 2 bays just for EV vehicles. Currently within VVG, we have about 30 techs that are actually equipped to perform all tasks on EVs. The plan is to have everyone trained as 2.5, but outside of that, we are going to take specialized people to become HB3 trained.
Level 4s are kind of responsible for the decommissioning and recommissioning of the truck, and they're also responsible for the actual job at the site. The level 5 technician only works on the truck. They only know how to safely work on the truck once it's decommissioned, or if it's a live situation that doesn't need to be decommissioned.
As far as safety concerns, we have safety policies in place. We don't deviate from those safety policies. If they're not certified, they don't come in this area, unless they're asked to come in. As far as challenges on my side, on the service side and parts side, just probably getting enough technicians out there, when you can get enough of these trucks out on the road. We've got 6 full certified technicians and 2 that are halfway, so I'll have a total of 8. But when you're going to deploy almost 300 trucks in the next 6 months, we're going to have a lot of iron out there that's EV.
We need to have parts available, replacement parts and service parts, and then you need to have specialized equipment to work on batteries or remove batteries and other parts of the powertrain, as well as personal protective equipment to make sure technicians are safe working on these.
PPE, you need high voltage gloves, same thing with the leather. You need a face shield to cover possible arc flashes. It's actually required to have a shepherd's hook on site, a fiberglass pole, just in case, if worst case scenario. They have special testing tools to make sure that the voltage for the batteries is out or off. There's no actual voltage leaving the battery, and that requires special tooling. Same with the multimeters and stuff like that. So.
There's hand tools that need to be purchased. There's big lifting equipment. The batteries are pretty large, they're 1,500 pounds. But other than that, most of the stuff on here is the same.
The main parts that we're going to be changing for maintenance-wise is going to be tires. These trucks put out a tremendous amount of torque. As the software gets better, which they've already employed in the Phase 2 trucks, so it's actually decreased the torque a little bit just for tire maintenance.
Ultimately, maintenance should be drastically reduced. Brakes, there's not a whole lot of brake wear because of the regenerative braking. The electric motors are pretty robust and have a long expected life as well.
Technicians are a little apprehensive about it. We've been making our living off of the ICE engines forever. And these vehicles don't require the maintenance and repairs that ICE engines do. They're not going to consume as many parts. They're not going to require as many repairs, so the labor hours for these trucks is going to go down significantly. So there's understandably some concern and apprehension behind it.
Our service technicians has actually embraced the trucks because they know that's the future. It really is the future for us.